fired up. Oh, hey there. Welcome to the Island Preservation Challenge. We are in episode 14, and I'm your host, Gasoline Billy. And I've done quite a bit of work off camera. Get out of the tractor for a second. As you can know, we had sugar beets in this field, and it is now canola. We had cotton in this field, it is now canola. And we had cotton in this field, and it is sorghum. And if you'll notice in the top right, we're rich. We are rich. I have moved forward 2 months. I've sold all the products that I could get generated and sold um, because we've got a lot of stuff to do. I did do a short time lapse, and I will throw it in this video of work being done on those fields and a little bit of the sales. I'll just kind of time lapse it in and throw it in bits and pieces so you guys can see we did quite a bit of work. But we have an issue, and the issue is we are now in March, and if you look and see the gold stalks of some oat, we have oat and it is ready to harvest. And we have no harvester. As you know, I sold the for shits and giggles harvester, so we need a harvester. So let's run over here to the shop. Actually, we'll just hop to there and then run over here. If you remember, I bought this header on sale. It is for the Colossus. It is for the Coloss uh, Dominator, and I believe that is what we're going to go ahead and get. So let's open up our shop menu. Here is the used vehicle sales. Pretty good stuff in here if you ask me. There's a nice baler and a really nice tractor. I would like to trade ours in, but I really don't have the cash that it's going to take to get this one. It would offer us another 21 horsepower and more speed, but as of right now, we just can't afford to do that. I have plans for some of this money, and I just don't see a tractor upgrade in our near future right now. So let's go down here. Let's get in our combine harvesters, and we're going to scroll down. We've got quite a few options, but I think we're going to go right here for the Coloss Dominator. We're going to customize that thing. I really don't care about any of the wheels. They look fine to me. So we'll just stick with it. The main color, we're going to go with our main colors that we can do. Olive green. And our design color, I want to go with beige. And the chassis color, we're going to go with jet black. And the rim color, I think we're going to go with beige as well. That looks pretty good to me. So let's buy that for $70,500. Awesome. Uh, as you all remember, I bought a plow, and I bought it said it was a mulcher, but it was the same plow, but it had a mulching function. Mulching function. And I sold the plow because the mulching function just plowed the ground. So I basically figured we didn't need two of them, so I kept the one that we had set up for mulching, and it is the main beige color, and olive green is the secondary color, whereas the plow one was the main olive green with the beige. Quit tabbing to the other vehicle. Thank you. And since it wasn't doing what I needed it to do, I kind of just sold it. We didn't need two of the same one doing it. So I sold it, so we only have the one plow now, and which means we still need a mulcher. And I went ahead and sold our double bar mower because, well, frankly, I'm tired of using the thing, and we don't mow awful much. But there is the, and I'm sorry if I'm going to get this, but I believe Gaming Joy is the mod creator for the Bedner mower. And again, I could be wrong. I'm not positive on that. Let's go into our mods and see if we can't make sure of that before we misspeak. Um, yeah, it does not say. How about in here? Does it say? Yeah, it does not say. So if I'm incorrect on that, and I don't know all my mod creators, I if I got that wrong, I do apologize, but I don't keep track of that. But anyway, back to what we were saying. This thing mulches and mows, and I think it'd be worth the money to go ahead and spend and get some of that. So I like the way the trash fan looks on top of it. We're going to color it our olive green, and we're going to get the detailed colors as beige. And I think I figured out where the olive green and beige come from, but I'm not positive. And I think I want that one jet black as well. So I think that's what our mower is going to look like. So we'll go ahead and buy that as well. And we're spending some money, big time. So anyway, we're going to get a worker started on this because I want to work on another thing with you guys, and hopefully we can go ahead and start harvesting for us. What I want to work on is we have to spend some more money. But as you all know, we have some goats that are producing a little bit of goat milk for us. And we have the water buffalo, which is creating some buffalo milk. And we have no production to do anything with milk. We cannot process the milk. So what I'd like to do is I'd like to go into our construction menu, and we're going to fix that real quick. So I believe it is the special dairy, and it should be around 25,000. There it is. And I believe I want it to sit right like so off of the road. And now we have a special dairy. So still room to get around everything, so I'm liking that. And then I have another issue. So we have this small salt marsh and this small pumpkin greenhouse. And although they are okay, they're just not getting the job done for now as they were. So what we're going to do is we're going to select and spawn a pallet out of it. And we are going to go into this menu, and we're going to spawn both pallets that we can get out of this one. Some fine salt and flour of salt. Awesome. And then we need to hook to our dump trailer, and we're going to get the coarse salt out of that. Those two items there are going to go bye-bye. We're past that point of those. Those are starter factories, and we're not in the starter stage anymore. So we're going to eliminate them and use this space for something different. I love how the coarse salt just pours out of the air. So since we do not have a place for this coarse salt yet, we're just going to shove it in our silo. And we'll jump back into construction menu again, and we are going to sell the small salt marsh and the small glass greenhouse. And that area is cleaned up now. Looks like our harvester, whoa, don't be buying anything else. So it looks like our harvester is doing okay for now, so we're going to go ahead and pick up these pallets. And then we can figure out what we're going to do with that area. So I've thought a few things. I haven't quite made a 100% decision yet, but I've thought of a few items. So while we're at it, we might as well pick up the apple juice and the apples that are over there. Can't hurt. Just more money in our pockets, which I've been going through it here, obviously, so I know. No loading unless it's stopped. So as you can see, if you look behind our palletizer over there, you'll see stacks of seeds. I bought seeds and I bought quite a bit of manure, and I filled up everything that needed seeds and manure. And I've got pretty much everything full. I've sold pretty much everything that needed sold to get us to this point to where we can start. Well, I wanted to get rid of those two little bitty manufacturing areas, productions, and either put one bigger one down in its place or something completely different. I'm not exactly sure just yet. Again, I haven't made my complete decision. But I do know that we want one production for sure. And, oh, watch the mower, watch the mower. Slow down, Gas. You're not in that big a hurry. But I don't know where I want to put it yet. So I think we're going to get in our construction menu one more time, and we will take a look at where I think it's going to fit the best. And we'll see what it looks like, and we'll go from there. So I want to park this trailer. I believe we probably should go empty out our harvester. So we're going to hook to this trailer, run over there real quick. And I know I'm all over the place. I apologize. I'm thinking, trying to get thoughts ahead, but yet seeing where things are going to fit without getting too far behind. And we got, are you stopped? Are you stuck? You're not moving much and your header's not down, so making me a little nervous. But those cotton fields and the sugar beet field, I did that. Oh, there's another addition that I need to talk to you guys about. So we have a carrot field that I decided to put in after the last episode. I shut the camera off and threw the carrot field in there and planted it up. And I figured we could use it to make preserved carrots since we have the factory for food as it is. So I went ahead and throwed it in there. Can't hurt anyway, so that's what we done. Okay, I'm not driving into that field because crop destruction's on, so you're going to have to unload carefully. So we'll take what this harvester's got on it. Leave this tractor over here because we're not going to need it. And we will allow this harvester to move on. Right now we're blocking them, I'm sure. Of course. So we'll scoot over here like so. I have added the mod mulching fertilizers. I figured it was something that we could use that would help us out. So I went ahead and added that. And I believe if we have the money, we're going to do a little more upgrade on our forage wagon and windrower. I'm going to see about what we can do money-wise. But first, let's course I can't get up there. I wanted to stand on the dairy and see how this was going to look. So we're going to go into our construction menu, factories, and it's 150,000, so it's down here a ways. The flower workshop. So if we put this in, it'll take up the way spot that we had. We can set it right there, and as you can see, the pallets will spawn right there on the edge of the road. We can do something like this, or we can keep it over here with the flower shop, which is going to be, to get it in, I think we're going to have to put it at an angle or something along these lines. So you still will have to redo our road if we put it in like right here and go around to get to our palletizer and to get into this. So that's an option. I'm almost liking it here better, but I just don't know. I'm just at a loss right at the moment, so I'm not quite sure what I want to do with what. 150 for the 167, 146. Now we put it in at kind of like an angle and keep our grass. There's just not a really too good a spot for it. It's going to be a tight fit no matter what we do. I'm worried about if I take pallets out of there, it'll go into the palletizer, so I don't know that that's a good idea. We also have this little area. We could do something like this and just leave it behind the house. I think what we're going to do, I think I'm going to make up the decision right here, right now. We're just going to plop her down right there. And that is our flower workshop. So that is blues flowers. If you know what I'm talking about, leave a FS25 in the comments. So let's take a look at it. Can we open doors? We sure can. Looks like it's got quite a spot for everything. Here's the trigger to start working on stuff. What we got in here? Ah, the office. This must be Blue's office. Quite a bit of stuff to do and look around in here. And right here's the dump off point, but I don't know for what. So let's go in back in here. Let's check what these productions are. So I believe we want the essential oils, and we are making this one here. So this is the bergamot essential oil. We want to go ahead and activate it. And we have lavender. And we're going to activate the lavender. And we are doing poppy. And we're going to activate all the oils. Now, I don't know if these productions are slowed down by multiples or not, but we're going to find out. So, that being said, now we've got to get our flowers over there. So, let's come get a tractor so we can hop in here. Then we'll have to get our flatbed trailer and load up what we've got. And we're down to 97,000, and we haven't scratched the surface yet of what I wanted to do. But as they say, big trucks cost big bucks or something like that. I don't know. The harvester was a lot. That warehouse was a lot. So we're just going to have to deal with what we've got going on. we'll grab our trailer here and we'll swing by and grab all our flowers that have populated out of this greenhouse, and we'll put it into our new production. We'll get that started, and we can start making some money off of this stuff. And I don't know if it has more inside or not. It sure does. It seems like it produces a lot. So we've got the poppies and the wild bergamot. So let's run over here. Hopefully none of these other productions will take them in, which it shouldn't. So that's not great. Looks like the unload area is quite small, so we'll just scoot stuff over. Not sure what this... Oh. Super strength's driving me nuts here. Grabbing all the stuff that ain't supposed to grab. So we'll go get some more of these flowers. I want to get them all delivered in there, so at least it has some production started. We'll try to keep an eye out for if our harvester gets full. Lavender, poppies, and wild bergamot. So we will have to see what we can come up with here. We can get it close enough to get unloaded without hitting the building, I mean. I don't know that I like that unload location. And if the pallets spawn next to it, because if you have a pallet sitting there, you can't get close enough to unload it. I'm not sure that would work out so well. But we're used to being packed in tight area. I don't know why. We've got this whole island that we can put stuff on, but we decide to pack it all into a 2 square acre area. Here, this'll fit. Diesel fitters. Diesel fitter. The old joke. Pantyhose factory. Guys look for a job, and mechanic's job come up. He applied. His brother said, "Why'd you hire him for that job?" She said, he come in here and said he was a diesel fitter. His brother said, "He's retarded. He used to stand in line and put the pantyhose over his head and say, 'Diesel fitter.'" I know, I'm sorry, bad joke too. I don't know if we'd have been better off just to carry them over here, or if this trailer was worth the shot of doing it. But it is what it is. They're in there now. They're producing now, so we'll let it go at that. We'll get back to our harvester and our harvest. Get some oats going. I still want to put some more. I want to put something back here, but I haven't decided what we're going to throw in this area. And I'm leaning towards another salt marsh like this one, but again, I don't know. We could also get the road salt production. I think it's $50,000. I think it would fit in this area somewhat. I'm assuming that's like the oil mill, and the pallets will spawn. Yeah. So this is an option for us possibly, or the salt marsh. 4,288 liters. So you got a little ways to go. little ways to go. So I think, and I go in here to our windrowers, our forage wagons. I've put this in. It's the windrower pack, but it cost $125,000. But that would windrow and pick up at the same time, and I really would like to do that um, and get it going a little bit, I think. It also gives us the option to do a rock picker. I believe if you go into the stone picking section, which is up here a little ways. Yes, it gives you the stone picking option as well. But again, that's 125,000. So we're going to stick with what the stone picking bucket for now because we cannot afford that as just a stone picker itself. So where is this guy? He's got quite a bit of the field left to go. So this is a pretty big field. We've done a pretty good job on this field. We're almost to the coast on this side. All right, we're going to waste some more money. We're going to go down here. Where's it at? Where's it at? Talk to me. Right there. So we're going to see how this fits back here, which I believe it'll fit just fine. Do I want to face it the same direction? All right, there we are. Now we're down to 67, and we will have to get the stuff going for that. And we need to go, that's 27,000, and we're back to 40, 32. We're going to buy the coast. We're down to 40, 251. And I haven't done nothing yet. Let's visit this area. Isn't it quite the hillside? Does this start the hillside? It kind of does. Not horrible yet. So as much as I hate to do it, let's do it. So we're down to $226, which means that guy is going to quit pretty soon because we can't afford to keep him. Didn't really think that part through, did I? So we're going to have to make some more money for our guys not to stop working. And to afford production costs. We are going to be in the negative if we don't. I do not want to be in the negative. Spin around there, Mr. Dominator, and I'll unload you. Again. I mean, we do have a few things that we could sell. Worst case scenario, we've got the goat milk. It's not a full pallet. We have the buffalo milk, but it is not on a pallet, so we can't sell it. We could spawn something and sell a pallet to keep us in the going if need be, which is what we probably are going to do because that we are down. Oh. Not paying attention. I I should probably take over the harvester and harvest this myself now that I've gotten all of our money spent again. Why? Oh, I'm full. So let's go put this in our grain mill and we'll come back and we're down to $200. I'm thinking very seriously about spawning something just to get the money up just a hair. There's some more flowers that we didn't get hauled. Starting to populate some grapes, and there's an apple pallet. We're going to have to turn on our oat flour in this production. And where is it? American Grain Mill oat flour activate. So we're doing good on this part of it. Let's grab this apple pallet and put it in the juicer. And the grape pallet, and we'll put it in the juicer because I'm more worried about the juicer than paying. Ah, look here, a fine salt. You, sir, are going to pay for our worker. So that he doesn't stop. And I appreciate your service. Much better. So now we've got a little bit of a kicker to help us. It's not quite so bad. So that is a good thing. While we're at it, we can grab that extra flour that was over here. Don't know how we missed you the first time. I like how it comes out on little roll carts. That's kind of cool. I hope this comes out on a pallet though, because if not, we're going to be in trouble. Because I'm pretty sure you can't sell the roll carts. You can, but it'd be against the rules to sell just the roll cart, I believe. So we hopefully will get that on a pallet when it comes out of there. So let's take our tractor, we'll run back over to our harvester. We need to get picking up some of that straw so we can get some TMR going again. There's so many things to do. The farm is getting so big it's hard to keep track of all of it. And it's getting super hard to put it all in a video compressed down for YouTube. So if I do some things off camera and you feel like you guys are missing out too much on what's going on, let me know and I will do my best to try to keep it updated and what's going on with, you know, harvesting and planting and what sales, what everything we can do, even if I have to do small time lapses or something off the off-camera work. If I just record it and do a small time lapse, you guys let me know what you want and we will go from there and we'll get you guys what you guys are wanting. So excuse me, we haven't checked on our animals, so let's pull up them real quick. So we have total 3.5 months remaining on the grass. They're eating 3,102 liters a month. So, and our chickens, we are pretty full on them. I filled them up with the last of the sorghum that we had. Uh, and then the cattle pen, again, they're good for 12.9 months. They've only got, they're only eating 3,500 a month. So that's good. And then our pigs, I dumped the rest of the sorghum that didn't go in the chickens in here, and it shows them as 52.4 months remaining. So we've got plenty in there for food, so we're doing good as far as that's concerned. But it's just one thing after another. You need to add some more food into this. You need to do some more for that. And now we have 2 more properties to mow and knock down the weeds and figure out what we're going to do with those 2 areas. So, or if we're going to do anything with them at all. I know I'd like to throw in a few more greenhouses, productions, and maybe we'll use some of that area for that. I like how our road kind of turns around here and curves around the house and goes that way, so maybe that'd be a good spot for some more productions that way. Was on the line apparently. So I believe it was Crustu was using this, and he was getting 2 rows picked up, but he was using he was using a smaller harvester than the Dominator, so I don't think we're going to get 2 rows picked up, but we can attempt anyway. So yeah, I'm thinking there's another decent sized field in this land to the north of us right here. And I believe there's plenty of room right there on that beach to put in more production areas. And maybe we can purchase 72 and have them kind of connected together so that we can go on up the beach area with more productions of what we may need, whatnot. We'll have to see how that goes. I'm looking forward to them carrots. On the Triple Threat Challenge, we did a carrot harvest on a field that had them in it. It was a rye field that we had to have, and it was planted with carrots. We purchased it. I bought the manual little harvester, and it paid quite well for the preserved carrots. So I figured we'd throw it on here on the island preservation and give it a try. It can't be all bad, so why not? And that area was open, so I decided to go ahead and just throw in a quick field around it. That is another thing that I was wanting to do. If we're going to make an attempt at making pig food, we're more than likely either going to have to start using our sugar beets for the root crop of the pig food, or we're going to have to come up with other root crops, aka potatoes. So that kind of stuff we need to work on our potatoes and whatnot. This is not very fast, and it doesn't seem to be picking up real well. It's missing quite a bit. I don't know if that's my driving or if it's just designed not to have that big of a pickup on it. Maybe I'm missing a little, I'm not sure, but it just seems like we're going over areas and it's missing some here and there. Good mod, a little noisy, but I think it's a good mod. I mean, for the price, you're not going to beat the thing. So we shall see. But with that, guys, I think I'm going to go ahead and let you go. Kind of fill you in a little bit on what we've done for the last couple months. Show you how we spent the money or what we've made and what kind of changes that we've got going on. I've got to go ahead and finish this field, get it turned over. I believe we're going to I'd like to say we're going to put corn in it, but we don't have a seeder or planter for corn yet. And with our money being the situation it is, that may not happen. So we may do another different style, different than corn crop for now. I'd like to get that mowed and picked up, and I would like to take care of any other things that we need to get taken care of. Those two things for sure. But anyway, thanks for watching, and I will see you on the flip side. And from Ronida Island, this is Gasoline Billy. Peace out. Hi, I'm Gasoline Billy. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And until then, we can jump to our next adventure.